XRP family. Experts and analysts are weighing in and saying 2 weeks is more than enough for us to start seeing institutional inflows and the ETF approval and listings across for XRP. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the overall cryptocurrency market. It's looking very, very good as we're seeing a US and China trade deal, as well as FOMC just around the corner this Wednesday. So make sure, if you're new around here, to smash the like button down below, and also consider subscribing to the channel. And you guys know the spiel, never financial advice. Market is looking good. Bitcoin above 115,000. Just 2 weeks ago, we were below 105K. Ethereum at 4,200 and XRP $2.68, looking like it wants to break out to $3 and above, and hopefully a new all-time high. But the market is looking intact and very strong. The fear and greed index sitting right around neutral, less fear, and we're seeing rotation from people switching over to risk-on assets as we're anticipating quantitative easing coming from the Fed Reserve. So, quick update to the portfolio, $14,438.82 for my XRP holdings on iTrust Capital. You guys know they are a partner of the channel, and I use their premium custody accounts. And I would recommend, for those of you that are interested, use the promo code YourPop8, $100 of funding bonus waiting for you. And the best part is, guys, they're regulated here in the United States, which has some of the most stringent regulations, and they offer their IRA options, as well as the thing that I talk about time and time again, and that is the premium institutional custody. Award-winning US-based support, low cost, no monthly fees, and institutional custody. So you don't have to worry about losing your crypto keys and things of that nature. So again, check out the link down below in the description. Let's go ahead and look at what the experts are saying. 2 weeks may be enough to predict the top expert for ETF countdown. The next 2 weeks could decide one of the most significant milestones for cryptocurrency market, with ETF analyst Nate Gerasi hinting that spot XRP ETFs, along with Solana and Litecoin products, are already lined up and could be cleared for launch once Washington returns to full-fledged working schedule, because we know the government shutdown has kind of slowed the progression that we've been anticipating in terms of ETFs approval and ETF inflows. Gerasi depicted that current situation with the image of dam holding back a flood to illustrate the situation. Spot crypto ETFs like XRP are waiting behind a barrier, while the government shutdown is the blockage that investors are the town directly downstream. And you guys could see this here. We know there is a lot of liquidity, a lot of money waiting to enter into the market. And that is the spot crypto ETFs. The investors are prepared. As soon as the government shutdown wall falls, spot crypto ETFs will flow in and investors will scoop up and purchase a bunch of them. So shout out to Nate there. That's a very good analogy. Once the barrier lifts, the flood of new crypto exchange traded funds may hit the market without any delay. XRP has long been one of the most controversial assets here in the United States regulatory circles, despite its 14-year history. We talk about this on the channel quite a bit, tied up with the SEC lawsuit against Ripple and years of questions about whether the token qualifies for security as a security put a severe burden on it. But we know once that issue was lifted and the SEC no longer qualifies and considers XRP coin, Ripple Labs' asset, as a security, a lot of people are preparing for these ETF inflows to start diversifying their portfolios with crypto like XRP. Now, after partial court victories and a successful precedent set by Bitcoin and Ethereum approvals, it is XRP that the market watchers are giving the best odds to receive their own ETF next. XRP in for billions if ETFs get approved. If the regulators follow through, a spot XRP ETF could greenlight within the next few weeks, as per Gerasi. For those who do not understand its importance, an ETF for XRP will add another layer of legitimacy to the asset, giving traditional investors a direct, regulated way to gain exposure to it. Because a lot of people are afraid of crypto, but when they can buy it through their stock brokerages, like Vanguard, like Fidelity, like utilizing different services from BlackRock, it doesn't matter. These are the kind of things that people want to see, because it's going to bring in more retail and institutional demand as well. So, trying to figure out how much more capital XRP can gain through the spot ETF, current exchange traded products tied up to the cryptocurrency amassed $1.96 billion in year-to-date inflows, according to CoinShares. Absolute madness. For investors watching from the sidelines, the countdown has already started and 2 weeks may be all it takes. So be prepared, not surprised. We know gold has fallen below $4,000 earlier today. People are rotating out of gold to risk on assets because, again, it's not a risk off market anymore and we're seeing more risk on. This is the big thing that we're looking forward to on Thursday. President Donald Trump and President Xi Jinping of China are going to be meeting this Thursday. China's foreign minister says that they both respect each other, which was a really big statement as we've been seeing kind of mixed signals prior. Anything the word tariff terrifies the market and brings the market structure down significantly each and every time. In addition, the big thing that we need to make sure we're paying attention to is what's happening in the crypto sphere. Bitcoin going for a new all-time high, looking very, very strong. In addition, I know I've been saying that quite a bit. When it comes to FOMC and the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, Donald Trump is looking to replace him with a more dovish, more aggressive rate-cutting type Federal Reserve Chair. I don't necessarily agree or disagree with this, but I do think that Jerome Powell has done a pretty good job, whether we like it or not, to save the economy post-pandemic ever since 2020, moving on. They did what they had to do to give investors confidence to put money back into the markets when we saw that COVID crash. And since then, we saw a really nice recovery and inflation didn't run rampant because we could have been in really big trouble if we didn't have someone like this individual, Mr. J. Powell, saving us. $2.6 trillion Citibank partners with Coinbase to improve stablecoin utility and digital asset adoption for its clients. Remember, the biggest retail demand coin there is right now, with how the community is, it's got to be XRP. It's not Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum, but it is the third biggest cryptocurrency, not including Tether stablecoin, XRP. So, Brian Armstrong, crypto and stablecoins are the tools that will update the global financial system, he stated. It's not a debate anymore. So we're looking bullish, guys. Sentiment is shifting in the right direction. And we got to end the video with, of course, the most important thing, and that is looking at the technical analysis of BTC, which is the mother of the market. BTC found a local bottom the moment that gold topped, stated here from Crypto Currently. This is not a lag-based relationship. This is an inverse correlation between risk-off assets and risk-on assets. Investors are choosing gold over US bonds for risk-off periods because of currency debasement concerns. So what we're going to hopefully get ready to see is the flip. Gold had its run, broke its all-time high, has since retraced, and now hopefully we see Bitcoin flip and go into price discovery as well as a blow off top. Excuse me, I needed to sneeze there. But we keep the video rolling. Alhamdulillah. So again, I appreciate you guys' support as always, but that's all I had for you guys today. And until next time, as always, everybody, keep investing. Peace.